What is going on, peasants? My name is JB and I am back here today for yet another draft analysis, this time for the UPA or the United Pokemon Alliance, and this one is very, very special to me because it's my baby. I made this. I did this. So the UPA is a league that I commissioned along with my boy Lieutenant Gold, aka Dorian, really good friend of mine, and we have a dope cast of admins, Shay, Mid, and Mop of Justice help us, get stuff done, and we have such a sick lineup of coaches. So go down to the description and check every single one of them out. It'd be dope of you. And also, if you're new here to my channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button if you're not already. We're getting very, very close to 300 subscribers, and I would really, really love to hit that before the end of the year. So if you're not subscribed, I would very much appreciate that. So with that being said, I got to give a couple more shout outs. First and foremost to Beast Graphic on Twitter. Look at this logo, dude. This logo is so damn beautiful with the Urshifus. It is so sick. He did such an amazing job. And a shout out to John Jr. for making the draft slides. Jesus. And if you guys came out to the draft, I hope you guys really enjoyed that. It's going to be on Shay Quaz's Twitch. There should have been an announcement video earlier today. So this is a triple upload day for me. Fucking yikes, dude. But yeah, I'm sure it was wacky. I co-hosted that with him. So it's gonna be a fun one for sure. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. And I think that's it in terms of shout outs. So let's go ahead and get into the rules of the UPA. So it is a tiered draft with your tiers 1 through 5. It is also a Gmax league. The Gmaxes are allowed to hold items because we like chaos. We like doing dumb shit. So that's kind of what we did. Yeah, if you're at all interested in following the UPA, by the way, before we actually get further into this, we actually have a Discord server, fan server, for you guys to join and hang out with the coaches. You can come and interact with us, see when all the videos are uploaded and whatnot, as well as there will be a bingo competition going on throughout the season. So we'll have a chat set up for you guys to hop in the server. If you want a bingo card, there'll probably be a command or something along those lines, or something like that. I don't know. I haven't set it up yet. I'm going to start working on that tomorrow after the draft stream. So basically, there will be like different categories of just standard draft league stuff, like hacks mattered, or someone gets a 6-0, or someone drafts Tapu terrain. You can see I have a Tapu on my team in the thumbnail. Obviously, do I have Unburden? Who knows? That's what I meant to say. Someone drafts terrain Unburden. Someone, like just stuff that happens in every draft league, and it'll be every bingo card will be randomized. And if you're the first person to get a bingo, we will be giving you a small little cash prize of either Discord Nacho for a month, or if you already have Nacho, we'll just give you a gift card for $10 or whatever, however much Nacho is. I think it's $9.99, so we'll give you an Amazon gift card for $10 if you already have Nacho. But yeah, dude, it's just a fun one for you guys to interact with the coaches, interact with the league. That was a big priority of mine. Like, there's just so much more integration and stuff with the community that leagues just don't do, and I want to try to open that up to the community and just be more out there and interactive with the fans. So that was one of my ideas for that. It was also one of my ideas to one of the big things I wanted to do with this league was get a lot of new coaches into the Wi-Fi scene. So we have a lot of coaches, or a few coaches, who are newer to the Wi-Fi scene, and that is really cool. So I think we did a really, really good job in terms of scouting and bringing in coaches that are going to give a damn and provide great content. So definitely be sure to go check everyone out. I am really appreciative of all the coaches. So now that I got the commissioner spiel out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about the team. So like I already mentioned, this is a standard 5-tier draft with Gmax is allowed, basically in the Gen 7 mega slot. So your tier 1 Gmaxes will cost you 40 points, whereas your your lower tier Gmaxes will either give you points or cost 0 points. So yeah, let's just go ahead and go over the team we drafted. I had 10th pick out of 18 coaches. So that's how I didn't rank the damn draft order, because you guys know how much I fucking hate the middle of the draft order. So yeah. Anyway, let's just go ahead and go over the first pick. I'm sure you can guess by the thumbnail that's been on your screen for 4 minutes now. With our first pick, we went ahead and took Tapu KOKO. Also, my webcam's still messed up. I'm just too lazy to fix it at this point. It works. I'm just too lazy to actually make it work. So you can look at Morgan, which is basically me in high school. So round 1, I took Tapu KOKO. It somehow lasted till 10. I had no plans on taking KOKO, but I'm like, bruh, it's a KOKO at 10. I'm gonna take it. Now, we all know it didn't actually end up getting access to Close Combat, Rising Voltage, or Play Rough, but it is still a damn Tapu KOKO. It is still one of the top 5 to 7 mons in the format, and I don't care what you say, that is just true. There are some people who say KOKO's shit now. You're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot if you think KOKO's bad. 130 base speed is absolutely phenomenal. Electric terrain is busted. If your opponent doesn't have a ground type, the game's over. Yeah, dude, KOKO's obviously just a phenomenal Pokemon. Good, you know, attack and special attack, and just a great support move pool as well. It's a very fast taunt. You guys know I love me some taunt. Can defog, can set dual screens as well. Good pivoty boy with volt switch and U-turn, so you don't have to worry about if you need to switch out, you can U-turn out, so you don't have to worry. I'm gonna say about again. I'm gonna say out again. Is whatever. Shut up. You don't have to worry about those ground types coming in on your volt switch, so you can always just pivot out. It's just a fantastic Pokemon, bro. Koko pick 10. Do I really need to explain why it's so good? So with our next pick, I wanted something to deal with Volt Absorb Pokemon, as well as just help deal with opposing ground types. So I went ahead and picked up Mamoswine. So like I already mentioned, Mamoswine, it helps deal with, you know, a lot of Volt Absorb Pokemon, a lot of electric types that Koko can't really break, and it also helps, you know, gives me something to hit ground types really hard. It's obviously a ground type itself, but also being part ice. Just one of the absolute best offensive dual typings in the game, and just another massive attack stat at base 130. Really good HP as well, just very bulky, can always usually live any one hit, and then 80 speed is very, very solid as well. Makes it a good choice scarf user. But yeah, Mamoswine just hits like an absolute truck. Ice Shard for priority is fantastic. Good stealth arc setter. Knockoff is huge on the Pokemon like this. And then Iron Head and stuff for coverage. It's just an all-around great Pokemon. And it provides great offensive support for Koko, being able to deal with Volt Absorb Pokemon, as well as the ground types. So with our next Pokemon, I wanted to go ahead and pick up some nice hazards, as well as a Pokemon that can help with waters, because while we do have Koko, there are some, you know, water types that can't really deal with it, you know, such as your Seismitoad, your Swamperts, and stuff like that. And just I wanted to get myself a really, you know, solid special attacker and just a great Pokemon all around. So I went ahead and took round 3 Roserade. Is that a little early for Roserade? Probably, but I wanted to secure that I got it, because I really didn't have a plan after this. I wanted, of course, to go Dragonite, but I wanted to go Dragonite with Gmax Lapras, and Gmax Lapras got taken round 2 before I took Mamoswine, so that kind of ruined my entire life. I was going to take Lapras and as my second pick, and then hopefully get Dragonite in round 3, which, spoiler alert, I think Dragonite went undrafted, which I guess I didn't do a good job scouting, because these people are out here not taking Dragonite. Jesus, but it's a joke. But after that, I was just like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and grab Roserade. It's a great Pokemon. Obviously, having access to spikes and dual spikes, just, you know, making Koko's job killing stuff easier. Same thing with Mamoswine. And then being a grounded poison itself, and a grass type, obviously helping deal with the grass or the water ground types that Mamo and Koko struggle to break through. So just gives me a nuke for those things, as well as just a great special attacker, good speed stat, base 90, and then good Spadef as well, 105 and then 125 special attack. It's just an absolute amazing Pokemon. Good abilities as well in Natural Cure and Technician. Poison Point is useful as well if you can get it to proc, but it's, you know, RNG, so who knows. With our next pick, I went ahead and didn't take Dragonite. There were so many good dragons available that I just could not justify taking Dragonite over them. Hydreigon was still available. Kyurem was still available. The Pokemon we ended up taking was still available, and Dragonite was still available. I'm like, listen, Hydreigon's cool, but like, I don't wanna because Koko, Mamo, Hydreigon was such a common thing in Gen 7. I'm like, this is already a really Gen 7 team. I'm gonna take a Pokemon I want to use more that got at least some cool new toys. Hydreigon's really cool, but I'm like, you know what, let me get something a little bit faster. So I went ahead and grabbed Latios in round 4. Of course, Latios was already gone, but yeah, Latios is just a great Pokemon. It's a little bit bulkier than Latios. Obviously, being a Psychic and Dragon type is just amazing offensive typing again. Base 110 speed is phenomenal, helping, you know, bridge that gap between Koko and the rest of the team. And it's just great all around. Very bulky, 130 speed F, 110 special attack is incredible. 90 defense and 80 HP. It can usually live any one hit, and it just has such a phenomenal move pool. Has Aura Sphere to hit the dark types that want to come in on it. Mystical Fire to deal with the steel types. So it's just got coverage out the ass, and all of it is great, dude. Stuff like, you know, obviously drop Dracos for days, psychic spam with, you know, Shadow Ball as well. Just all around amazing move pool, amazing Pokemon. Has Wish, has Healing Wish, Defog, of course, dual screens. It just gets so much, man. And Lottie, I've used the Lotties a lot in my draft league career, and they've always put in a lot. Fucking Christ, I'm recording this at 4 a.m. And I've been recording a lot tonight, so I cannot talk. But Latios is great, and I'm very excited to have it on the team. So next up, it's a JV draft. You know I have to get a dark type early, and you know I have to get a good dark type, because I don't like losing the psychic types. I do it far too often. So I went ahead and grabbed myself a really good fire type or dark type early, and it is also a fire type, so I kind of just spoiled it. We went ahead and grabbed Incineroar in round 5. Incineroar is another Pokemon that I just love using. It is so fun. It gets so many cool moves. Obviously with this generation giving this thing heavy duty boots, it is such a good defensive pivot with Intimidate and Parting Shot. It just helps facilitate setup sweeps, and it is so damn fun to use, dude. Obviously, really good attack stat for knockoff spam, base 115. 60 base speed is a really solid speed tier for slow taunt. Being able to, you know, taunt really slow things like your more, you know, defensive walls, and then just being able to have great coverage for a lot of just different Pokemon. Close combat, Darkest Lariats. It gets Fake Out nowadays, which is a bad move, but I mentioned it anyway. Earthquake and Scorching Sands, man. It gets coverage out the ass, bro. It gets U-turn as well for pivoting. Thunder Punch, bro. It's so good. It's such a good cat. I hate cats, but Incineroar is pretty damn cool. It gets Roar, which is nice to help, you know, phase stuff out. And there is the ever illustrious Flame Charge, Weakness Policy, Bulk Up, Power Trip set that I want to work so bad. Diatite got swept by it. I think it was Kylie who did that. And ever since I saw Diatite get swept by it, I'm like, I need to do this with someone, because I've drafted this Pokemon so many times, and I always talk about running that set, and I never do it. But someone actually pulled it off in a Wi-Fi league in Gen 8, so I need to make it happen, man. I've been talking about this set for so damn long. I need to make it a thing. So hopefully we're able to do that. So if you're watching this and you're in my league, don't scout me, and like if you have a bad matchup to it, just let me do it, like, please. That's how I get stuff done, by the way. That's how commissioners get shit done, by the way. And if you don't think I'm gonna make a ton of commissioner jokes and a ton of like I'm in charge jokes, you're fucking wrong. Do I mean any of them? No, but I'm gonna act like I mean them. So next up, I wanted to grab another really cool Pokemon, just a really solid physically defensive monster that has a ton of resistances, has a few weaknesses as well, but just a great all-around one, and that is Buzzwole. Buzzwole gives me a really good ground resist, which I kind of had a bit of a ground weakness going on, you know, with Koko, and only Lottie has a resistance, and Mamo doesn't really want to take Earthquakes. Incineroar obviously doesn't want to take Earthquakes. Roserade can't take Earthquakes, so I needed a good Earthquake switch in. So we got another one aside from Latias and Buzzwole. So with obviously being a bug type, it resists Earthquake, and then 139 Fizz Def, it can take them all damn day. And Buzzwole is just phenomenal. It is another just really good defensive pivot. It can literally take almost any physical hit that isn't a flying type move and just kind of shrug it off, and really just sit in front of you and click some damn buttons. Bulk up sets are fantastic. Drain Punch, Leech Life, Dual Stab. It's great. Then both provide recovery. It's another taunt user. It gets Roost. It's an Ultra Beast. It's a really cool Pokemon. I've used it a little bit in Gen 7, not a lot, so I'm hoping they can put in some work here, and it just looked really fun, so I took it. It also has access to close combat now, so it has reliable spammable fighting stab. So yeah, dude, it is such a cool Pokemon, and I am very much happy to have it on the squadron. Now, with our next pick, I'm not sure what it'll be. I know what it is on Showdown, but I'm not sure what it's going to be on the slides. All right, so we went ahead and took Agron. I talked a little bit about this in my video about underrated Pokemon coming back in Isle of in Crown Tundra, and Agron was one of them. It's a really solid low tier Steel type with great Fizz Def, obviously at base 180, and then good attack as well at 110. Its Spadef is a little bit low at 60, but it can kind of make up for that in the fact that it has such high Fizz Def. It can usually live any one hit that isn't, you know, a really strong Earthquake or a really strong close combat. And that, you know, coupled with Sturdy, it's able to take those hits relatively well anyway, and obviously be able to live any one hit because of that ability. But it's just a really solid low tier Steel type. There weren't any great Steel types left, and that's kind of my thing in Gen 8. I hate a lot of the low tier Steel types, and the fact that Agron came back made Crown Tundra really solid, or really good to me. Just it became instantly viable is what I'm trying to say, just by the fact that it's a low tier Steel. Like, it's viable to me. I don't know if it's viable to other people. I actually did snipe someone of it, so I guess it is. But Agron's really cool. Gets a ton of great moves, just a ton. Good rock setter, obviously heavy slam, stuff like that. It does get access to body press coming off a massive defense stat. So at level 50, let's just see how high it's how hard its body press is hit. So if you run a plus defense nature, say Impish, at level 50, that is going to be coming off a 255 stat. So unless you're a ghost type, you're taking a lot from this thing's body presses, bro. Holy shit, I did not think it would be that much. But yeah, Agron's really solid, great move pool. And did I mention I have Terrain? Did I mention I have Koko that can, you know, Volt Switch or U-turn out into Agron, and I can click a Choice Band Steel Roller? I'm so excited to try that at least once. So with our next pick, I went ahead and got my, nope, that's the wrong thing. Those are out of order. I'm missing a slide. I'll be right back. All right, so with our next pick after Agron, we went ahead and grabbed ourselves Driftling. Driftling give me a solid flying type, gives me, you know, another ground immunity, which is nice, as well as a good ghost type, and it gives me, you know, that terrain unburden combo, which I will probably never bring. I honestly didn't draft it with the intention of having unburden, but it does get it, which is something worth noting, so that's pretty cool, I guess. But it gets some really fun moves. It's gonna be super annoying, much like Jellicent was in IBL. It just gets a lot of annoying stuff with like Willow String Staff. It's just, I hate that combination. Just on that alone, I hate this Pokemon, but this is on my team, I don't really have to worry about it as much. Knockoff is great, it gets memento, gets a lot of fun stuff, and it should be a ton of fun to use. And of course, you know, you can never totally discount acrobatics coming off of base 80 attack stat. It isn't great, but if, you know, my opponent doesn't have great flying resist, maybe it'll put in some work. Obviously, you know, Willow Hex shenanigans are really good, and we also have a T-Spike setter, so maybe you can work in some Specs Hex damage and then get some nice Hex kills going on, who knows. But yeah, it's a really solid Pokemon. Gets a lot of great support stuff, as well as just being decent enough offensively, and it looked really fun as well. So I went ahead and grabbed myself a Drifblim in round, I want to say 8. And you kind of already saw it, but with our next pick, we went ahead and took Buffalon. Gives me a really solid low tier normal type, as well as an immunity to grass, which is cool. I didn't really have a huge grass weakness at all, but it's a really, again, a really fun Pokemon. I love Buffalon. In fact, at one point, I was the coach of the Colorado Buffalon, which was a really cool draft league logo that I had once upon a time. So Buffalon's super cool. Has some very solid abilities. All of them are decent. Reckless, Sap Sipper, and Soundproof. All of them are good in the right situation. So it's pretty slow. That's the only bad thing about it, is it's base 55 speed. Other than that, it's got great attack, great defense, great spit F, great HP. So and it's a normal type, so it gets good, not great coverage. It's a later gen normal type, so it doesn't get like, you know, that gen 1 normal type treatment. But it does have close combat nowadays, which is cool. Iron Head, Mega Horn, Poison Jab, Outrage, Superpower, Biocharge. It gets a lot of cool stuff, and it should at the very least be a lot of fun to use. So I'm just here to click buttons, and that's kind of all this Pokemon does, so you know I'm all about it. And with our next to last pick, you notice we don't have our Gmax yet, and I kind of talked about this in the BBR draft annual that went up yesterday. So with our Gmax pick, we went ahead and took Blastoise. I do not have access to Shell Smash, which is worth noting, which does kind of suck, obviously, because it takes away a lot of the offensive capabilities of a Pokemon like Blastoise, but it is still a very solid Gmax nonetheless. Cannonade is pretty solid in the fact that it just does residual damage at the end of every turn, so it's really good. And it's just a Blastoise, man. Flip turn, Rapid Spin, Scald, Ice Beam, Roar, Dragon Tail. You guys know what Blastoise does. I've used this thing a ton on the channel, and it's like my favorite bulky water of all time. So yeah, dude, it's just really cool. So at this point in the draft, you may notice going into the final pick, we have all 18 types on this team. Legitimately, we have every single type, so I've never done that, I don't think, so that's pretty cool. So I had a tier 5 pick left, and there's like really nothing that I wanted, so I'm like, I could get some removal, I could just go for a meme. Why not both? So I went ahead and grabbed the homie Phil, aka Cramorants. Shout out to Goons, but yeah, Cramorants here. I've been playing this game almost daily since Sword and Shield came out, and I still don't know what the fuck Gulp Missile does. Like, yeah, when hit after Surf/Dive, the attacker takes 1/4 max HP and -1 defense or paralysis. So whatever the hell that means. It's a bad description showdown, but it's pretty solid. Gets Defog. It's a low tier water type. Does not get U-turn, but you know, I get some stuff and some things. If it comes to a couple games, that'd be cool. But I really enjoy this team. I think it's a ton of fun, and it's gonna be a lot of cool Pokemon and a lot of crazy fun sets that we'll be able to bring. And that's really what it's all about at the end of the day. Just bringing dumb stuff and hoping it works. So with all of that being said, this is going to be a 12-week season. Let me know what you think my record is going to be, and let me know what you think my kill leader is going to be. I am going to say my kill leader will be Mamoswine, because it's a Mamoswine. I don't know. I didn't want to say Koko because that's too obvious. It'll probably be Koko. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Like I said, be sure to go check out every single one of the coaches in the description. Join the fan Discord. Come hang out with us. Would love to have you. And if you're not subscribed, please consider hitting the damn button, because we're getting very, very close to 300. And I would absolutely love to hit that by the end of the year. So again, Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.